I consider ourselves like neither north nor south. Like we're right on the line of north and south. Like
Indiana?
Kind of. Like I consider Kentucky to be southern, but Indiana not so much.
Okay.
What do you disagree?
Indiana, I think, is considered a northern state.
Well, yeah, but what about Kentucky? Southern.
I'd have to see a map. It depends on where the Mason-Dixon line is.
Okay.
To me, that is the defining. If it's north of the Mason-Dixon line, it's north. If it's south of the Mason-Dixon line, it's south.
Well, BuzzFeed decided to ask some people who moved from the south to the north some of the things that weirded them out about the north.
Okay.
And as a northern guy myself from Philadelphia, I found this list to be rather entertaining, and I thought we could discuss.
Okay.
So what do we have here from this list from BuzzFeed?
All right. So Southerners who move to the north think that people who wait online instead of waiting in line are weird.
And I'm going to be honest with you, as a northern guy, this is a point for the South, because you should not call, if you're waiting in a line, you shouldn't call it waiting online.
No, and I've never heard it called waiting online.
All the time I did growing up.
Really?
And I still listen to radio shows from the north, and sometimes they refer to it as when you're like in a line waiting to get like tickets or something, they call it waiting online, and it drives me crazy.
Yeah, that's new to me. Sweet tea that's anything but sweet.
People think I'm crazy because I don't like tea at all. Sweet,
Right.
unsweet, anything. It's all gross to me.
I like tea. I like sweet tea. However, true sweet tea, like Southern sweet tea, is too much sugar for me.
That's the thing. It's all sugar. I mean, like I've tried what you guys in the South consider to be sweet tea, and I'm like, oh my goodness, this is what gave me diabetes. I blame that one sip of Southern sweet tea on my diabetic shock.
Everybody is super direct.
In the North?
Yeah. In the South, people are concerned about your feelings and things are cushioned.
Yeah.
That's where expressions like, oh, bless their heart come in.
Right.
Because it's the very polite way of saying, oh, they're such an idiot.
Yes.
Oh, bless their heart.
Whereas in the North, we don't care if we think you're an idiot. Yeah. We're happy to just tell you you're an idiot.
People not being obsessed with college football. In the South, that's a really big thing. In the North, although I think up here, people are pretty obsessed with their college football teams too.
Yeah, but I consider us on the line. You're here. Not only college football, but I mean college basketball, college hoops are huge around here. And where I went to Penn State, so the football there, but college sports to me, couldn't care less. Could not care less.
All right. How about strangers rarely interacting in the absence of polite conversation in checkout lines? That's a thing in the South too. Nobody's a stranger.
Around here, like you can be waiting in a line at the grocery store and people will start talking to you. That didn't happen to me growing up.
It doesn't really happen often here. Not as much as my experience with being in the South. It happens a great deal more, I think, in the South than it does up here.
I think it happens even more here than it does,
in Philly area?
The true North.
Okay. How about people not knowing what hush puppies are? Which is also weird to me, because I know what hush puppies are.
Never heard of them until I moved out here.
Really?
I'm telling you, this is not as north as you think it is.
Okay. All right.
No one said hush puppies where I'm from.
Really?
I'm telling you, yeah.
Okay, I'm baffled.
Not a thing to me.
I'm baffled. How about the thing that people in the North call barbecue? There's open flame outdoor cooking food on any type in the North, and people say barbecue. It confuses people from the South because there was in the South, barbecue is meat and it's rubbed and it's just because you're having a barbecue doesn't mean you're making barbecue.
I can tell you, like, how sometimes, like, when people start going to lunch here, there'll be, like, a mass work email, like, we're going here for lunch. If you start mentioning barbecue places, I'm immediately out. I don't even like barbecue.
Really?
And people think I'm so weird around here. I don't like barbecue at all.
Not at all? None? Not even a little?
I mean, I can tolerate it if I'm at, like, a cookout or something and it's all I have, but no, I don't like barbecue.
Not like saucy barbecue, but like rubbed barbecue, where it's just the meat and it's really tender and shredded and delicious.
Correct. That's
and
even
seasoned.
worse to me.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Oh man, now I'm just getting hungry. How about in the north, the fact that no one uses koozies?
At a bar, people around here they put them on koozies. In the north, we'll just wipe it off with a washcloth when we're done. If you're at a bar or something, at home we'll use like coasters.
Sure.
But we won't use like koozies if like at a restaurant.
No.
But here you will. I always see.
I'm trying to think if I've seen a koozie in a bar. I see koozies at barbecues.
Okay. I'm trying to think if we should split this one up. Are you enjoying this?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Why don't we go ahead? Let's do a few more.
Okay.
Let's do a few more. Here.
Everybody calls the Thanksgiving side stuffing instead of dressing.
Yeah.
In the north.
What did you call it? Because I hear dressing around here, and I think of salad dressing.
I call it gross and don't put it on my plate.
So you don't call it anything.
I'm not a fan. I'm really not a fan. Actually, I take that back. I like it if it's dry, if it's a moist at all, where it's still kind of. I don't like it.
You said the M word.
I said moist.
I do like stuffing, but I would never call it dressing.
The next one is probably not relevant to you at all, Rob, but people eating grits with nothing in it.
Grits is not even in existence where I'm from.
Grits are delicious.
I don't even know what they are.
You
could ask me what are grits.
It's kind of like cream of wheat, but not like oatmeal. It's not as coarse as oatmeal. It's more like cream of wheat. But it's like you put some sugar, you put some butter, you throw some maple syrup in it, and grits are delicious. How about people not even knowing what okra is? Again, that breaks my heart. My southern side of me goes, I need fried okra like yesterday. Okra's a vegetable.
It's a vegetable?
It's green.
Oh, I thought okra was like the stuff in the seasoning packets on like the side of your table.
No.
It's a vegetable?
It's a vegetable, and they dice it, and they batter it, and they fry it, and deep fried okra is amazing. I'm
going to pass.
All right.
We'll hit a few more here.
People think that supper is an old-fashioned word only used by grandpas.
Yeah, I never called it supper. I knew the word existed, but it was always dinner time, not supper time.
Right.
For us.
Well, in the South, it's breakfast, dinner, and supper, and dinner is lunch, and supper is dinner. In the North, it's breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Okay, I use dinner and supper interchangeably.
See, I'm telling you, this is closer to the South than you may realize.
Maybe.
Supper wasn't a thing.
When people give time and say it's a quarter of.
And now, is that something weird to you? It's like right now. It's not right now, but in 15 minutes it'll be 7:45. And where I came from, people said that all the time.
I say quarter till.
Okay, sure.
But not quarter of.
Yeah, like my mom would say quarter of a lot.
How about waiters not splitting the check for you?
That was another thing, but I was delightfully happy that they would always offer to split the check for us when I moved out here. Mm-hmm. And that was not a thing where I came from. We have to split it amongst ourselves.
Sure.
Another point for the South, in my opinion.
Other things that Southerners find strange about the North, people call four-wheelers quads.
Yeah, we did.
The price of housing.
Much more expensive to live up north.
And the fact that Bojangles isn't a thing up here.
I do not know what Bojangles is.
It's a restaurant.
Is it like fast food? Is it like what kind of?
It's kind of like a mix between a Kentucky Fried Chicken and a Grandy's. I mean, it's chicken, it's biscuits, it's.
I don't think I've been to a Grandy's. It's something you never eat, Rob. Mixed with something you've never heard of. This Bojangles place.